State and Habitat for Humanity encourages volunteers in Joplin to help others with home improvement needs. KOAM News at 10. Next. Now at 10, graduation season is here, and it's more than those just graduating high school and college. Plus, how the Joplin Habitat for Humanity is encouraging community volunteers. And the Newton County Sheriff's Office pays tribute to fallen officers in the 4 states.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A man is in custody as a pursuit with police crosses state lines. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello. Yesterday, Cherokee County Police were notified of a pursuit entering their jurisdiction from Joplin. Joplin police were in pursuit of a motorcycle for traffic violations. The motorcycle entered Cherokee County and encountered Cherokee County law enforcement on the 8,000 block of Southeast Star Road. The motorcycle continued to flee but failed to navigate a turn on Southeast 80th and Star Road. After fleeing on foot, the suspect was captured. 42-year-old James Colley of Joplin, Missouri was transported to the Cherokee County Jail, where he was booked for theft, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, fleeing or eluding a law enforcement officer, and multiple traffic charges. The Diamond High School District is advising against a new scam soliciting monetary donations in the name of the school district, as well as the Diamond Elementary Parent Organization, and the scammer is using the district's address on written solicitations. The district warns that the solicitations have not been authorized by the district. People have also been told that the district has not approved a summer reading program and has not authorized a solicitation of financial donations for a summer reading program. The Newton County Sheriff's Office has become involved in the situation, and anyone with any information should reach out to the Sheriff's Office. Let's go ahead and check in with meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a nice Friday for us today, but the weather picking up as we head into the weekend. Now, Saturday is going to be fine. Saturday evening into the overnight hours, showers and some scattered thunderstorms. Low severe threat, but it is there. Thunderstorms to start the day on Sunday, and then a severe threat really picks up Sunday afternoon and evening. A lot of question marks. It's a conditional threat, and then another severe threat as we go into Monday as well. So Saturday, we're kind of on that northern fringe. On Sunday, higher threat once you get into our western counties, but anything that does get going has a chance to rotate, so we got to keep our eyes on that. Let's go into Saturday evening. Hit and miss scattered thunderstorms. If anything would be severe, it would be mainly a wind and a hail threat. We're going to break this all down for you here in just a bit.
All right, Doug, thanks. Well, severe weather that produced a tornado tore through the St. Louis, Missouri area today, leaving widespread damage. Officials confirmed at least 4 people were killed and others were injured. Thousands of customers have been left without power. People are asked to stay off the roads and limit their cell phone activity because of service issues. Law enforcement in Neosho held a special service today in honor of fallen officers. The service was conducted by Newton County Sheriff's Office chaplains. Members of the public as well as family and friends attended the event, featuring Senator Jill Carter, Newton County Sheriff Matt Stewart, and Neosho Police Chief Jason Baird.
I wish we didn't have to have a ceremony such as this every year, but unfortunately, every year we have law enforcement officers that are killed in the line of duty, and so it's very important that we remember those who gave that ultimate sacrifice.
The event took place in recognition of Law Enforcement Fallen Officers Week. Well, it's graduation weekend for many seniors in high school and college, including ROTC cadets at Pittsburgh State University. This morning, 13 cadets became officers, marking their official start of their military careers in this commissioning ceremony. The event represents years of the individuals' hard work and the beginning of their journey as officers.
My dad actually got his commission through Pitt State too, so it's a big honor to have him here and follow my dad's footsteps.
Friends and family were invited to attend the ceremony. Well, volunteers gathered in Joplin today to help a disabled homeowner rebuild their ramp. The Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity, Hearts and Hammers, and volunteers with Mercy Orthopedic Hospital and Clinic teamed up for the project. It's part of the organization's Brush with Kindness program. which focuses on doing light exterior repairs such as painting or landscaping. Homeowners who are older, physically disabled, and veterans are encouraged to apply for the program. Organizers encourage anyone who might need help to reach out.
We have a responsibility to be productive and to be there for homeowners who have needs with their homes. And we have a lot of great partners too, a lot of awesome volunteers, and it's just providing that connection.
Since 2013, a Brush with Kindness has helped make more than 450 improvements in the Joplin area. Volunteers hope to be able to make a lot more. Well, Allo Fiber hosted a ribbon cutting ceremony at its Joplin office today. The company is currently busy in Newton County installing a fiber optic network for businesses and the community. Today's event gave the public a chance to come out and meet Allo representatives, local businesses, and Chamber of Commerce members. And the Black Market Fireworks in Joplin kicks off their season by inviting the public to a display. The show will feature new fireworks on the market that will be available this season. Food trucks and other vendors also set up to sell their items. The owner of Black Market Fireworks says the event has gotten bigger and bigger each year.
People come together, and some of our wholesale people meet with the general public and tell them all about us and some of the products we have. It's a pretty cool deal how everybody mingles together on this.
Fireworks sales at licensed seasonal vendors will start in Missouri on June 20th and will last through July 10th. Missouri farmers face droughts, floods, and trade uncertainty, but remain hopeful as agriculture continues to drive the state's economy. That's coming up.
A major setback stalls President Trump's budget bill. I'm Erica Brown on Capitol Hill with more on the demands from conservatives who blocked the legislation.
Well, conservatives slammed the brakes on a major Republican tax bill backed by President Trump. As Erica Brown reports, the lawmakers so far are keeping it from advancing from the House Budget Committee for debate in the full House because they want even larger cuts in federal spending.
Mr. Chair, on the vote, there were 16 ayes and 21 noes.
5 Republicans joined Democrats Friday in dealing a setback to President Trump's massive budget package, failing to advance the bill out of the House Budget Committee. The bill's failure to advance stalls President Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which runs more than 1,100 pages. Several Republicans briefly walked out of the proceedings to force a recess to buy time to negotiate.
All of us are very disappointed with the progress or lack of that was made. I'm done with smoke and mirrors. We got a math problem, pure and simple.
House Republicans will continue negotiations through the weekend with another committee vote planned for Sunday. House Speaker Mike Johnson is pushing for a full House vote by Memorial Day. The package extends income tax cuts that were approved during Trump's first term in 2017 and increases some tax breaks for middle-income earners, including no taxes on tips, overtime pay, and some auto loans. The measure also boosts spending for defense and border security by hundreds of billions of dollars. Democrats railed against the bill.
President Trump said, "I will rapidly drive prices down and we will make America affordable again." This bill will not. It makes healthcare more costly, food more inaccessible, and college more expensive. And all of this is to give tax breaks to their billionaire buddies like Elon Musk.
On social media, President Trump urged Republicans to unite behind the bill, saying, quote, "The country will suffer greatly without this legislation," and claiming that taxes would rise 65%. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The package also seeks to cover the costs by slashing more than $1 trillion from healthcare and food assistance programs over a decade. Doug returns with a complete look at your forecast and a little later. He can't see the game, but this Arkansas teen brings baseball to life with his voice calling plays using only sound and touch.
It turned out to be a nice Friday for us today. We did have a few hit-and-miss storms in southwestern Missouri during the morning hours, but that has all pushed off toward the east. Big-time severe weather eastern parts of Missouri into the Ohio River Valley due to this big upper-level low spinning across the northern plains. We aren't watching that, though. We're watching this. Here's our next storm system pushing into the Rockies, and this will give us multiple days of a severe threat across the region, which we got to keep our eyes on. So let's go ahead and break it down. Let's go into Saturday. This is isolated severe storms, and this is mainly going to be after 7 p.m. We're kind of on the northern fringe of that threat. If we got anything, main threat is hail and wind. Now, a little bit of a change on Sunday. This is a conditional threat, meaning we have a capped environment. If that cap can break, a cap is warm air aloft, then all modes of severe weather, mainly after 4 p.m. on Sunday. But if that cap stays in place, then we're not going to get much in the way of thunderstorms. So a lot to watch as we go into Sunday. All right, let's go through the weekend first, then we'll talk about Monday. So through the night, we're fine. Actually, a nice night, mid-50s for overnight lows. Mid and upper level clouds increase tomorrow. If you need to mow, get outside, do yard work, tomorrow is the day to do it. Near 80. Here's 5 p.m. Let's go into the evening. Scattered thunderstorms. Again, some of these could be stronger, low-grade severe hail and wind threat. Here's 9:30 p.m. One batch pushes through, and then I think a cluster is going to drop through after midnight, and again, a wind and a hail threat with those. Then we go into Sunday morning, start with scattered thunderstorms, most of the day dry. Now let's go into Sunday afternoon. If we can get through that cap, isolated supercells, and some of these could work in, especially southeastern Kansas, southwest Missouri, north of I-44, and then thunderstorms kind of building in as we go through the night. So we want to watch Sunday evening and Sunday night very closely across the region. Haven't even talked about Monday. Monday also at least a moderate threat for severe weather across the region. And again, all modes of severe weather are possible as we get into Monday. So let's look at it. Thunderstorms to start the day. I think these thunderstorms will develop earlier in the day compared to what we could see on Sunday. So we're looking at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Supercells popping up. We got to see exactly where, but the ones that do get going could be strong to severe. And again, we're going to have that tornado threat as we go into the daytime hours on Monday. Most of the weekend looks good during the days. It's the evening and the nights. 80 on Saturday. Let's go 83 on Sunday, of course. We have that severe threat. So we're going to make Sunday and Monday alert days with that higher severe threat. And then still some morning thunderstorms on Tuesday. And then we actually cool down a bit by Wednesday and get a nice little stretch as we work our way into Memorial Weekend. Anthony?
All right, Doug, thanks. Well, it's been a roller coaster ride when it comes to farmers in Missouri, from severe droughts and hay shortages and sometimes just a little too much rain. But even with all the uncertainty, many farmers are still optimistic. Chris Bryant looks at the future of agriculture this summer.
While farmers are busy watching their animals and crops, they are also keeping an eye on the ever-changing global trade climate.
We also know that trade is critically important to our sector of the U.S. economy. 96% of the world's consumers live somewhere besides the United States. And U.S. agriculture is extremely productive and efficient at what we do. So therefore, export markets are really critical in getting our goods to the world's consumers.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture says agriculture employs roughly 460,000 people across the state, which is home to 88,000 farms. The farming and forestry industry account for $93.7 billion in Missouri, with soybean, corn, and poultry and eggs being the top commodities.
Agriculture is Missouri's number one economic driver, and truly agriculture is one of the most exciting sectors to invest in as we think about opportunity for the state of Missouri.
Garrett Hawkins is the president of the Missouri Farm Bureau, which works with small and large farms across the state. He's closely watching what happens in Washington, D.C., and how legislation could impact local farmers.
Uncertainty when it comes to tax policy as well as trade policy, and the fact that we're still waiting on Congress to pass a new farm bill that hasn't been done since 2018. So there are a lot of issues that are brewing out there.
The Missouri's Office of Administration says that the Missouri General Assembly has approved $73 million for the Department of Agriculture. That budget is now on the governor's desk.
If we're not able to keep up farm production, and in my view, especially family farm production, we all lose. There may come a day wherein we just simply don't have access to the nutritional foods that we have come to expect if we're not able to make sure that these farms are self-sustainable.
The American Relief Act that was signed into law in December 2024 extended the 2018 Farm Bill through the end of this September. Well, still ahead, Gorillas earned spots on the All-Central Region team. Plus, Sarcoxy baseball looks to advance to the district tournament semifinals. Ben McLeish has those stories and more up next in sports.
Pittsburgh State baseball began the NCAA tournament with a bang. The Gorillas crushed Henderson State 18-5 in the first game of the regional yesterday. This evening, we were supposed to get a matchup between Pitt State and Arkansas Monticello, who beat Minnesota State Mankato in the other game yesterday. However, this one gets postponed because of rain and will get played on Saturday at 4. However, the All-Central Region teams get released today and 4 Gorillas are on the list. First baseman Dagan Brewer and starting pitcher Colby Dugan are both on the first team, and outfielders Alex Rogers and starting pitcher Maddox Thornton are both on the second team All-Region. Playoffs for high school softball in Kansas are right around the corner. Most of our local teams get started next week, but this afternoon, 2 of them meet up for the regular season finale. Beautiful day for softball in Pittsburgh, and Colgan hosts Iola for a doubleheader. Zoe Hesse gets the start in the circle for the Mustangs, and she's in the zone early. Bottom of the first inning, she strikes out the side to keep us scoreless, and that'd be a sign of things to come. Top of the second, Kendall Bycroft is at the plate, and she slices one down the line in right field, and that's a fair ball, and it'll score the first run of the game. Mustangs jump out to a 1-0 lead on that RBI double. Next batter, Alana Bader skies it into the gap, and right center, that gets down and bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. Bycroft can take her time crossing the plate, and it's 2-0 Mustangs. And Hesse gets right back to work in the circle. In the bottom of the third, she picks up 2 more swinging strikeouts. She gets the win after pitching a complete game. Iola takes the front end of the doubleheader over Colgan. Final score 6-5. And it's not the Panthers' day today. In the second game, Iola explodes for 14 runs to take down Colgan 14-2 in 6 innings. In Missouri, Sarcoxy takes on Southwest in the Class 3 District 11 quarterfinals. In the first, with runners on the corners, Caleb Chrisman finds the hole through the infield. The Bears strike first blood. It's 1-0. Next inning, it's 2-0, and Carter Phillips lines this one over the right fielder's head. 2 more score, and Sarcoxy takes a 4-run lead after 2. In the sixth, the Bears are up 5-2, but Southwest loads the bases with 2 outs. Phillips is on the mound now with 2 outs. He gets the swinging strikeout to escape the jam. Just 3 more outs to go, but not before Lane Everts takes one deep to right. It's to the wall, and the Bears tack on 2 more. So Sarcoxy bests Southwest in the district quarterfinals. They earn themselves a date with Clever in the semis. Up in Kansas City, the Cardinals and Royals renew their rivalry this evening. Both of them come into tonight with relatively successful starts to the month of May. And the Cardinals get the best of KC in Game 1 of the series, putting up 10 runs on the Royals. That's 3 losses in a row for KC, and they will look to even up the series tomorrow at 6:15.
St. Louis looks like a pretty good team, don't you think?
Yeah, they kind of had a slow start, but lately they're one of baseball's hottest teams. Nothing's stopping them right now.
Absolutely, that's what we love to hear. We'll be right back.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet night for us tonight. Most of Saturday looks good. Some evening storms into the overnight. Some of those could be strong to low-grade severe. Higher severe threat Sunday evening, Sunday night, and then again Monday afternoon, Monday evening, and Monday night. And then we start to dry out the second half of next week.
All right, Doug, thanks. A sophomore at the Arkansas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired got to live out his announcer dreams by calling a UA Little Rock baseball game. Tyler Cass has more on Dallas Cathy's personal field of dreams.
There's a special beauty to the game of baseball in every sense. The sight of a towering home run, the smell of fresh leather, the sound of bat hitting ball.
The pops of the glove, the crowds, the organs, the announcers.
Dallas Cathy, a sophomore at the Arkansas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, has only ever known the game through those noises.
It's just always been what I love.
He keeps up with everything that happens in a day with baseball.
If I hear the bat crack and I don't hear a glove, it's a hit. If I hear the bat crack and I hear the glove, it's an out.
And last Friday night, he got to live out a dream.
Warm welcome inside beautiful Gary Hogan Field and a welcome inside the Dom Thompson press box. I'm Max Coltrane, joined by Dallas Cathy.
Using stats printed in Braille, Cathy brought the color to the Little Rock booth.
What a shot by Cano!
And Cano breaks the scoreless tie with a solo shot.
And he definitely keeps that hitting streak going with that bomb.
With family and friends listening in the stands and around the state, Dallas did his thing.
It was kind of surreal, and I had people messaging me going, goodness, I didn't even know who that was.
And that's one thing that could lead to blowing the game open a lot more.
I think he surpassed any expectation probably any of us had.
And it is taking a minute to review this call.
It was pretty surreal that he got to live his dream tonight.
That's all from Little Rock for Dallas Cathy. I'm Max Coltrane signing off.
Had a great time. I felt like I belonged in that press box.
Well, you just love to see that. It's good to see when the game can be inclusive like that, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I love baseball. Stories like that pop up all the time.
Absolutely. Speaking of baseball, Cardinals on a hot streak right now.
Yep, Cardinals are a hot streak. They'll play the Royals again tomorrow. They can take the series.
We'll see if they can do it. That's our time for now. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.